Yeah, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Today's Sunday. Hope you enjoyed the sports shuffler that was on before. Didn't know what was going on, but saw a lot of three-pointers. That was pretty cool. I don't play a lot of retro sports games. I'm kind of if I play sports games, it's more Madden or something at this point. So to get us started here, we'll be doing some adventure for the Atari 2600. We're doing mode 1. Atari 2600 for adventure has 3 modes: 1, 2, and 3. 3 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest. But I like to do a little showcase of this little game here, so we can see here that there's 2, there's 3. What they do is that they make the dragons a little faster, a little harder, and there's extra castles to go into. So with that said, I love this. I love that I put a 5-minute estimate on this. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is adventure. So what we gotta do here is we gotta collect keys. We gotta go on a little adventure. We want this sword. So in this one here, we selected the right difficulty switch, so the dragon is going to chase us no matter what when we have the sword. The game is kind of interesting. So the game can be based off of with difficulty selectors, right? So when you start the game, there's little switches on top of the Atari 2600 that you can flip on and do whatever, and it changes how the dragon behavior is. Now, the way the game works, every item has a different attraction value to it, so to speak. The sword has like a -20 attraction value, so if you have the sword, typically the dragons will not appear on that screen, or they will run away from you. Unless the difficulty toggle is on. Chalice has the highest at like +50. Keys have like a plus like 2 or 3 or something like that. So if you're ever playing adventure and having a hard time against the dragons, you can just simply understand what the values for each item is. And that's adventure, by the way. So the main purpose of the game is to get the chalice to the end of the stage here. So let's reset here. I'll show you number 2 real quick here. So now we have the bat. The bat is the bane of all existence, because the bat can pick up items and run items away from you. So here we're in the first little maze here. So we found our yellow key up there. This is a bridge. Bridge is kind of handy, but kind of not at the same time. And there should be a dragon. Oh, no dragon down there. All right. So there's usually a dragon in that catacomb right there. I'm going to try and get to this yellow key right here. Instead, run over here. So there's our magnet. Magnet is incredibly helpful. Let's see if we can pull a dragon out here. So with this magnet, we should be able to draw this key through the wall. All right. Oh, I think we may have just locked the game, but that's all right. That is okay. It's very easy to, I don't want to call it hard lock, but it's pretty easy to lock the game by putting items into the out of bounds area, then not being able to get them afterwards, which I believe is what we just did. Let's see if we can salvage this at all. If not, I'll show you 3 real quick. 3 is just as hard. Yep. They are locked away. They are stowed away in the out of bounds area to never be seen again. Maybe. Oh, we're getting stuff. All right, we got stuff. Salvaged, sorta. That magnet is gone forever though. So we salvaged the yellow key. So that means we can get into the yellow castle now. No bat. Oh. Well, we can't get the sword, and the bat took our key. Oh, come here. So this is the life of adventure. We're gonna try and follow this bat here and see if we can force it to open this castle for us. Thank you, bud. You can keep that key now. And yeah, that bat will be the bane of your existence here. So now we go into, so here's white key. So that we know that this is black castle up here. which means there's a lot of backtracking. So we can't use White Key and Black Castle. I've played enough Sesame Street to understand you can't do that. So you have to take this all the way back around. The problem is that this is where you would actually need bridge. You can cheat the game by using magnet, but if you remember, our magnet, like that sword, is pushed into a wall, nowhere to ever be seen again. So show you what White Castle looks like here. So here's our first instance of the dragon. The dragon's going to chase us. You can outrun the dragon pretty easily. But you need the bridge to go through that wall. Oh, right there, bud. Otherwise, you just can't complete the castle. That's where magnet does come in handy. But that is adventure. So you get to see mode 1. Mode 2 is, like I said, if you don't get the item stuck in the wall, it's not too bad. Mode 3 is when things get a little spicy. All right, we'll be right back with Pringles.